back to Bioschool. Today's topic of discussion is gastrulation. Please do watch the video till the end as we are going to solve some previous year CSIR UGC NET question related to this topic. So before going to the gastrulation, we know that when the sperm fertilizes the egg, it leads to the formation of zygote. Immediately after fertilization, zygote undergoes a process called as the cleavage. Cleavage is the process of rapid mitotic cell division without increasing cell mass. It leads to the formation of a solid ball-like structure is called as the morula. Then the final structure is a spear-like structure which is known as the blastula. I have video on fertilization and cleavage and given the link in the description box. So now what is gastrulation? Gastrulation is the process of transformation of bilayered blastula into trilayered gastrula. Okay, so in this process, the bilayered blastula, that is the epiblast and the hypoblast of blastula, transformed into trilayered, that is ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm of gastrula, is known as gastrulation. During this process, what happens? The inner cell mass of blastula moves in small mass to their final destination. Such movement of cells are called as morphogenetic movements. Okay, and during gastrulation, the blastula fold upon itself and form the three germ layers, as I told you, that are the ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. Each germ layer gives rise to specific tissue, organ and organ systems. So here in the diagram, this is the zygote. After the fertilization, then it undergoes the process that is called as a cleavage. It divided into 2 cells, then 4 cells and so on, leads to the formation of a solid ball-like structure called as the morula. Then at the end of cleavage, it will form a spear-like structure that is called as the blastula. Just after the 3 weeks following fertilization, the blastula unfolds to form the gastrula, which has the 3 germ layers, that are ectoderms, mesoderms and endoderms. The fate of 3 germ layers. The first one is the ectoderm. Ectoderm later on it differentiated into epidermis of skin, epidermal derivatives like epidermal glands, hair, nails and feathers. It also differentiated into nervous system, enamel of teeth, epithelium of foregut and hindgut. Some glands like sweat glands, oil gland, mammary glands and lacrimal glands are also derived from ectoderm. So now the mesoderm. The mesoderm it differentiated into dermis of skin, connective tissues like bones, as well as it will give rise to kidneys, gonads, notochords, heart, blood, lymph vessel, urinary and reproductive tracts. The final one is the endoderm. Endoderm it differentiated into gut organs like liver, pancreas, salivary gland and pharyngeal and respiratory organ. You will get direct question from this part. This one is important. You have to remember which germ layer gives rise to which tissue, organ or organ system. You may get question like this, like bones are derived from which germ layer. So what will be the answer? The answer will be the mesoderm. Okay. So types of cell movement during gastrulation. Although the pattern of gastrulation varies enormously throughout the animal kingdom, but gastrulation usually involves some of the combination of following movements. So what are those movements? The first one is the invagination. What is invagination? Invagination is the enfolding of region of cells. You have to remember. What is invagination? Invagination is the enfolding of cells. So here in the diagram you can see that here the cells are enfolded into the embryo. An example is the endoderm of sea urchin. The next one is involution. What is involution? Involution is the inward movement of outer layer of cells. Okay, it is the inward movement of outer layer of cells. Okay, it is found during the formation of amphibian mesoderm. The next one is the ingression. What is ingression? Ingression is the migration of individual cells from the surface layer into the interior of embryo. Here the individual cells, they are moving inward of the embryo. Okay, here you can see that individual cells, the yellow in color, these are moved interior of the embryo. And example is sea urchin mesoderm formation and neuroblast of Drosophila. Next is the delamination. What is the delamination? It is the splitting of one cellular sheet into two or more layers. Okay, and this type of movement are found in mammalian and bird hypoblast formation. Here is the diagram. Okay, then the epiboly. Epiboly is the expansion of one cell sheet over the other cell. Okay, mostly the ectodermal cells, and this type of movement it is found during the ectoderm formation in amphibians, sea urchin and tunicates. So here is the previous year CSIR UGC NET question. The first question is the splitting or migration of one sheet of cell into two sheets is seen during hypoblast formation in bird embryogenesis is termed as. Okay, so we know that the splitting or migration of one cell sheet into two sheets is known as delamination. So the answer will be delamination. Option A is the correct answer. So what is the next question? Alveolar cells of the lung arise from which one of the following layers? Okay, so do you remember which layer? It is the endoderm. This is the endoderm. So option B is the correct answer. So you have to remember the fat of the germ layer. Which germ layer gives rise to which organ? Okay. And the question number 3. The migration of individual cells. Okay. Migration of individual cells from the surface into embryo's interior is termed as. What is that? Migration of individual cells. That is ingression. So the correct answer is ingression. Ingression where the individual cells migrated into interior of the embryo. And here is the question. Which one of the following is the correct combination? Column A. Okay. So here we have to match column A, column B and column C. Okay. To find out the correct combination. So let's see in the option. Option A is say that AI. From AI is the invagination. B4 is the migration of individual cells from surface into interior of the embryo. No. Invagination. What is invagination? Invagination is the enfolding of cells, right? So the option A is the wrong option. Okay, then let's see the option B. A equal to IV. AIV is the delamination. The B3 is the enfolding of epithelium. Delamination is not the enfolding of epithelium. Okay, what is this delamination? Delamination is the splitting of one cellular sheet into two parallel sheets. So option B is also the wrong answer. Let's see option C. A3. What is that? A3 is the ingression. So what is ingression? Ingression is the migration of individual cells from surface into interior of the embryo. It should be B is 4. Yes, B is 4. So here on option C you can see that A is 3, B is 4, then C is 5. It gives rise the mesoderm in sea urchin. It also gives rise the mesoderm in sea urchin. So the correct answer is, or the correct combination of column A, column B, column C is option C. Okay. Let's see the option D. What is that? AV is epiboly. Is the B2. The splitting of one cellular sheet into two parallel sheets. No, is also wrong. So the correct option is A3, B4 and C5. So what is the next question? Bones of vertebrate are derived from embryonic connective tissue that are originated from which germ layer? That is from the mesoderm. And the last question. Inward movement of an expanding outer layer spreading over the internal surface during gastrulation is termed as inward movement of an outer layer of cell. Okay, inward movement of an outer layer of cell. So what will be the answer? Is the involution. Okay, we know the invagination is the enfolding of cell, ingression is the migration of individual cells into the interior of embryo, and delamination is the splitting of one cell sheet into two or more cell sheets. Involution is the inward movement of an expanding outer layer spreading over the internal surface during gastrulation. So the correct answer is involution. Thank you so much for watching the video till the end. If you like this video, then please do share and subscribe. Thank you so much.